welcome to Anime Meta. In this episode, we're going to be talking about One Punch Man.
Oh yeah.
It's a good anime, came out in 2015, got a lot of praise really fast.
Mm-hmm. It started out as a webcomic in Japan, and was created by a guy who goes under the code name One, and became popular in 2009 when it became a manga, and now it's a full-fledged 12-episode anime. Really, really good and worth a watch.
It's got about a 1 or 2 episode ramp-up time. You really get the feel of what it is very quickly.
And the first 10 minutes is whenever all the action kicks off.
It starts off real good, and it takes off semi-fast. You get a good grasp of what's going on in the plot within the first 10 minutes of the episode.
Right.
You kind of see what is going on, how his past kind of started. And right now we got showing the intro. It's a really good intro.
If you like heavy metal rock and screamo, I guess like 80s glam rock kind of music, you're going to love the intro. It's already all over the place. What the hell is that? Oh, my man Genos. Love him. So, let's get into characters.
So, you have, of course, your main character, Saitama, who's right there on screen. He is known as the One Punch Man. Granted, his name doesn't come along until way into the anime, until he gets his nickname.
Of it. Oh, he only punched him once? Oh, he used one punch?
That becomes kind of his problem. You see how he just gets really upset that things... Oh my god.
Oh god, what is this? Oh, I remember this guy.
He has a big problem where, of course, he beats everything in one punch.
So powerful. Overpowered.
Bit OP. So, amongst him, you have other characters such as Genosuke.
Is that his name?
Genosuke? Genosuke?
It's just Genos.
Genos?
Yeah, Genos.
What?
Genos is a cyborg, and possibly my favorite character. They probably could have made an entire anime off Genos alone. His whole thing, and obviously, spoiler alert, this is a review of One Punch Man, but don't freak out. We're not going to ruin the whole anime. We're just going to be talking about what we really like about this anime, but be warned, there are going to be some things that we talk about that, if you haven't seen it yet, might spoil it a little bit for you, so future warning right there. Alright, so, characters. We talked about Saitama. What do you like about Saitama?
His attitude.
Yeah.
He's very, blasé about everything.
This is Saitama we're seeing right here before he,
becomes One Punch Man.
Right.
And he dons his rubber gloves.
For sure. His costume, man. Gotta say.
Not a fan,
Are
personally.
you?
No,
You're not?
No, not a fan. It looks...
Oh, God. Look at this.
Forgot about that.
Oh, my God.
Completely forgot about that.
Fucking ball chin over here.
No, I'm not a terribly big fan of his general look. Of course, when it's just his base art style. Whenever he goes into his, serious mode.
Yeah, I guess you could call it that. The very crudely drawn Saitama.
That's when
God, this guy is hard to look at.
That's when his outfit becomes more,
I guess it
looks better, but overall, when it's just his base character, I'm not a big fan.
that kind of plays to the character of Saitama, though.
Yeah. I mean, I understand why he has his outfit. I understand why he keeps it, and why he made it his and refuses to wear something else.
Right.
I still think it's just kind of almost a bit too difficult to take him seriously sometimes. Though it's not a serious anime. It's more so of a action comedy. It's an action comedy.
Yeah, it's
more
not
than
up
anything.
its own ass with messages and a champion of justice.
Oh no! Look, it's something funny. Laugh at it.
Yeah.
Fuck. Laugh.
It's not super in your face. That's super in your face. Kind of a bad time to say that. But no, I think the design of Saitama lends itself to the character because he's just a guy who enjoys being a hero for fun. He doesn't take himself too seriously, and I think that's what is best about the anime is that it doesn't take itself too seriously.
Yeah. Aside from those are your two main characters that you'll see throughout the anime.
Oh, but we're forgetting the key character in this show.
Oh, the hero of the world.
You're goddamn right, motherfucking Moomin Rider.
Moomin Rider.
Oh god, Justice.
Moomin Rider. He is the savior of the universe, and you will find that out.
Did I tell you about the Moomin Rider cosplayer that was at Anime Matsuri?
No.
Okay, so Anime Matsuri had like 30,000 people there, and kind of like when Attack on Titan became big, there were just cadets everywhere. It was that for One Punch Man this year. And we were heading up to the 3rd floor, and out of nowhere we hear just a bicycle jing, and this dude, literally just the handlebars of a bicycle, and in the Moomin Rider costumes, just running across the con floor screaming, "Justice!"
Oh,
God. Okay, if anyone can find who that guy was at Anime Matsuri 2016, link him in the description, or in the comments, rather. How would you get into the description?
You just post it in the comments, dude. It's a
Yeah,
YouTube
post.
video.
Okay, that's right. What are we doing?
It's a YouTube video.
Who are you and what are we doing here?
What?
Okay, yeah, if anybody can find who that was, like, let us know, and definitely we'll give him a shout out on the page. Okay, so let's see.
Now the plot it's not convoluted, which is great. It's kind of silly-ish.
Yeah, it's playful.
But it's still like not too like outlandish or anything. It's not like, oh my goodness, that is the most ridiculous plot in the world.
Yeah, I think that. Oh damn! This is probably the most graphic scene in the whole anime.
Nah, debatable.
God, this
It's
kid.
extremely debatable. But the plot, the main conflict, you've got monsters. Oh no, Japan attacked by monsters.
Yeah.
New story. But you don't have like super.
There's not like some secret organization trying to take down whatever. No, it's just this dude right here dealing with his problem of being way too overpowered. And that's his thing. He wants to be challenged, but because he's so powerful, he just ends everything in one punch, and that's
Upsetting.
Yeah, it's upsetting. I think he describes it, I think in this part right here, that he doesn't feel anything anymore because he's become so powerful. The thrill of saving someone is nothing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of, I guess, really the main plot behind is him searching for someone who's a challenge.
Yeah.
Which, kind of, we've seen it in anime before, but not told in this way. Which is, I think, why people like it so much.
Now, I like the plot. I like the way it turns out. I like the way it...
Kind of tells itself.
Yeah, I like the way it unfolds. I'm not terribly... Like, it kind of became a bit obvious as to how the ending was going to go.
Right.
But, I mean, it's not extremely readable. It's not like, oh, you know exactly what's going to happen here.
Yeah.
Or here, like, with a lot of other episodes, like, with a lot of other animes.
It kind of reminds me of, like, Studio Trigger stuff, kind of like Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill Fooly Cooly, where you have
mildly unpredictable.
Yeah, kind of. Like, you feel like you've seen stuff like this before, but it leaves you hanging, like, you don't get this feeling much in anime anymore where you're like, what the fuck is going to happen next? Because it's... I don't really know how to describe it, man. It's just really fucking good.
Yeah.
I like it.
I could agree.
Yeah. Alright, let's see. Animation, man. So, the guy who created this, who started the webcomic series, what would you describe this as far as animation? What would you compare it to? Because I don't really feel like I've seen animation like this before. It somewhat reminds me of older animes in some parts, but
it takes definitely definite
notes from
the older animes in its art style. It still has a modern art look. You could tell it's not like an anime from 10 years ago.
Right. While still having like that newer appeal.
Yeah, it still keeps the art style of an older one with a more modern, color palette and design.
Right. I like it, man. It's definitely one of my favorite animes of 2015. On the plus side, though, this is only a 12-episode anime, by the way, so you can knock this out in less than a week, or if you're like me or Tony here, in like a night. But we're going to be getting Season 2 pretty soon, and they've already released a couple special episodes where you can kind of get some backstory to other characters, like Tornado, who we're not going to show in this episode, just so we don't spoil the anime for you. But I love Tornado.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is awesome. And look at this dude right here. See, crudely drawn Saitama. Not a whole lot to him. I feel like there's... Like, when he's in this mode, it's strictly for comedy purposes. And that little, like, light humor he gives But once he goes, this dude. Oh man. Can I just gush for a sec?
Sure.
This anime is so good. Like, there are animes that come out that everyone obsesses over, and there are parts of those animes where you're just like, I don't get why so many people are into this. I get it. It is strictly for entertainment value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
Awesome. All right.
I wouldn't call it so much as like the better half, or what?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I don't know.
You lost me there
Yeah,
for
me
a
too.
second. All right.
So, all in all, I think it's really good.
What would you have liked to see out of this anime?
I'd like to have seen I would like to have seen Saitama get a little more recognition for his accomplishments for the fights he did.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see a lot of it, and that's kind of like the running gag.
Yeah.
That he does something super amazing and he doesn't get the credit because no one saw.
Yeah, like someone else will be there.
Or someone else will have taken the credit. But I would like to have seen him get just a little bit more credit for what he's done.
Look at this dude.
And he won't even get the credit for this fight.
Yeah.
That's the end. That it got kind of annoying
You're
because
"God
it's like
damn
he's
it."
so awesome. He does so much.
You really
but
root for him because
he-
he's so genuine.
he didn't get any credit.
Right.
And as far on the other side of what wasn't necessarily needed,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There wouldn't be really anything that I'd take away from
I
it.
feel like this anime is really to the point. Like, there's even this little scene where he's just going pick up groceries and he, excuse me, ugh, gross. Whenever he sees this car guy you're gonna meet in a sec, even this is some character development where you see how kind of broken Saitama is.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, okay, so if I had to pick one thing that I didn't like about this anime is his protege Genos. He has such a familiar backstory that it made me want to know more. You get hints in it in the anime that they're gonna lead up to like, oh, what's gonna go on with him? Like, is he gonna be able to finally figure out what's going on with his past, or is it all gonna be kind of lost in the nonsense? But all in all, man, I love this anime.
Yeah, it was a really good one.
Yeah. What would you give this anime?
I would give it 4.5 rubber gloves out of 5.
All right, that's the official Anime Meta rating. All right, everybody. Hope you liked this episode. We will see you next time.